Well, here we are in Mountain View, and today we're going to have a look at accuracy when you're baiting up, more so at range. I say range, you know, we're not talking UK distances like 100 yard plus in some cases. We're talking just about 50-60 yards when you're fishing that outer area, that middle area there, out away from the swims, in no man's land sometimes we refer to it. How can we bait up accurately? Now you can throw by hand, you have got catapults, but when you're talking boilie, pellet, small particles, you just simply can't beat a Spomb. So that's what we're going to have a look at today. Let's have a look. Start off with, I'm just going to have a few casts, try and find an harder area. I'm going to be fishing out in open water. I'm going to cast towards them trees. Feather that in, have a feel. Quite deep out there. Quite deep, quite silty it feels. Roll that back. Yeah, it's quite silty. Quite smooth though, not too bad. Have another cast and I'll clip up. See if we can find a smoother area. I'm going to clip that up. What we're going to be using today, this is a Spomb. Now this is a medium black Spomb. We've got a float on here as well just to stop it sinking. Inside, splits into two pieces. Load your bait up into this part, close the top, you'll hear it snap shut. When you cast out the trajectory of this, when it hits, deposits all your bait, and that's going to go down comfortably, nice and accurate on the spot. The good thing with this is it's all coming in one package. Let's get this tied on anyway and let's have a look at how accurate we can be with it. So I'm just going to attach this to our main line, the Spomb to our main line, nothing fancy here. I've got basically 65 pound braid, sorry, so there's no need for a leader. I'm just going to go through once, going to go through again, just stop it slipping, and simply 5 turns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back through, quick dab of saliva, and bed that down into position. Lovely. Trim that tag end. I wouldn't normally leave tackle on the floor. Found a nice spot here, really soft grass. I placed them down, not caused any damage. Opened all the bail arms. Obviously you can see here I've got the original rod which I cast out, marked a spot. I've got that on my clip. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 2 leads, one clipped up, one not, and my Spomb. I'm going to walk these out. When I feel the clip on this lead rod here, when I feel that hit the clip, I'm going to place them next to each other. And the Spomb, that I'm going to keep that just a little bit short, just to allow for the angle of the leads when they arc down. Everything's going to be in the same place. So what we've got here is, that's our original rod that we clipped up. Walk that out. That's our Spomb rod, and this is our right hand rod. I'm going to start with the right hand rod, put the bail arm over. I'm just going to wind this, just turn it manually while it's laid down. I'm just going to pick up the slack from when I walked out. There we are, it's just come into contact with the lead, that's tightened up. That means now I clip this up, these 2 rods are exactly the same distance, bang on the spot. Clip that one up like that, put the bail arm over. Now we're going to come onto the Spomb rod, do the same. Clip that up, that's it, all rods are ready. I've just got to put 2 rigs on these. Just going to keep it pretty simple here. I'm going to be spomming out 12mm feed pellets, so why not drill out some feed pellets from the air. And have 3 feed pellets on each rig. I'm just going to top it off with a pop-up. We know it's silty out there, so it means it's just going to waft, lay down on the silt. They're just sat, just wafting on bottom. Use of a PVA nugget, that'll look absolutely spot on. Fall nicely on the silt, ideal. I've got the PVA nuggets on here, 2 side by side. I'm going to go pink on one rod and I'm going to go green on the other. Go for a mix. I'm going to take a kilo to start off with here, just an example. Kilo 12mm feed pellet, same as what we tied for the up baits. Kilo boilie. I've got some sugarcane extract. I'm not going to be shy of this. This is really thick stuff. I'll lather some of that on there. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some water into this. Get a bit of water in there. I'm going to give this a good mix up, get all them liquids moving around. I think the smell coming off this now is lovely. So the rods are ready. Got a nice mix here to put out in the Spomb. We're good to go, so let's get to it. You can see when that mix was in the water, all your pellets, all your boilers are going to sink down and the water's just going to be clouding up with that glug that we put on there. Absolutely ideal. That scent trail's going to draw them in, send them down, and then rods will be ripping off in no time. I'm going to get this left hand rod in first. Quick up, got the foam on. Bosh on the clip. Down she goes. Let that down on the rest. Grab my other rod, put this one out on the right. Got my right hand rod, I think it's out on the right hand side of a tree. 2 rods out on the spot. Now let's get that Spomb rod going over the top. You can just see the foam's popped up there. Tighten these lines, bed them down, so you can see, and 2 rods are out there on the spot. Both lines absolutely perfect. You can see they're in the same depth of water when I've tightened up. Both the line angles are the same. Let's get that Spomb rod out over the top. Let's get some baiting. Line up your far bank mark, which is going to be centre of the tree. Swing back, keep it accurate. Out she goes on the spot. Back in. Getting a rhythm doing this. You can see it's nice and accurate every time. Nice and quick. Every time here I'm on that same mark. Hardly moving left or right. There's no rush in this. You just take your time. Make sure you're accurate. Make sure you're comfortable. It's better taking your time and hitting that same spot rather than rushing. Here I'm just keeping in a rhythm. I tend to find that works better for me. Just to show you the difference here. If I was trying to use a catapult, try and get the boilers, you can get out there as singles, but with pellet, you can see already the distance at that range, you've already got 5-6 yards between them. It's not ideal, it's not tight, it's not accurate. I'll put one more out there just as an example, best as I can. Getting somewhere near the distance, but that spread, it's just all over the place. And you mix that in with strong winds, you've got a job on. So that's the reason why when you're out them distances, Spomb's your best way to get that bait in accurately and get it down to the bottom. Well, the rods are out on the spot. This is just the last hour or so of the day. Just a demonstration really, but I'll tell you what, a couple of hours, bit of bait, it's well worth a punt, you never know. Lovely sunset, beautiful sunsets here. Yeah, I hope you've learnt a bit with the spod, about different bits and bats. You know, everything's to be learnt every time, watching other people, watching different things on TV. Look at these arapaima here swirling, look at that. Oh yeah, some fish moving in. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, get on the Spomb. You're fishing at range, not even if you're at range, if you're closer in. We're definitely not shy of it. Get on it, give it a go. Brilliant way for just topping up that swim. Getting a bit more bait in without reeling in, putting another bag on. If you're out of range of your catapult as you've seen, just get a bit of bait in, makes miles more sense. See you next time.